Here's kind of a unique light from Klarus. I don't have any Klarus lights yet. This is my first. They called this the gum light. It's rated at 600 lumens and only 37 grams. Ultralight magnetic dual light flashlight. They had a bunch of colors, so you have quite a few choices. Let's get into this thing. Let's see what we got here. An accessory that I see is the owner's manual. Okay, they do give you a charging cable. Look at this light. Holy cow. We have a charging port here, which is nice. This must be, yeah, the magnet. This light is insane. I have some thin lights, like the Arcfeld from Olight and two of the EDC lights from Nightcore. But this thing, look how thick this is. This thing's crazy. It's only 0.312. 0.312 thick. We're looking at 4 1/8 long and 1 inch wide, but less than 1/3 of an inch thick. So it's a dual light because it has an emitter out the front and it has an emitter there. Here's our power button. Let's see. Okay, with single click it seems to go bright, low, and then off. With a double, I get strobe. With a triple click, I get it out of the side, and good Lord, that's bright. It goes right back to the front when you turn it off. So triple tap, and you get the side. So you could stick that somewhere and just have it lighten up an entire area. It's very bright. If you want the side light to come on again, you triple tap. Very, very cool. Let's take a look, make sure I'm not missing anything here, any information. Okay. So we have our main round. Turbo is 600, high is 380, medium is 80, and low is 30. So there's more modes. That's what we need to figure out how to get to. And then the forward flashlight on high is 100 lumens with a low of 30. So with that main, that big one on the side, turbo at 600 is going to give you 42 minutes of runtime. High is 2 hours and 30 minutes. Medium, 6 hours and 30 minutes. And low, 10 hours. Where the forward one on high is going to give you 4 hours, and the low will give you 12. So with the main lamp, it says a single click will cycle off, low, medium, high, and red, blue strobe. I'm not getting that. I'm just getting 2 levels and then it's off. Well, that's for the round one. My bad. Instant turbo, it says. In any mode, triple click to directly enter turbo output. Single click to exit. After 30 seconds of turbo, it'll automatically downgrade to high. In any mode, press and hold the switch for 2 seconds to switch between the main or the forward lamp. So for on, we press and hold. It switches to the main lamp. Okay, now it starts up. So when you do that, now you can switch through. Okay, red and blue flashing, and then off. So now it starts in red and blue flashing, and then as you click, okay, so once you switch between the lamps, that's when you can gain access to all of these. Before, it defaulted onto the forward light, and it went high, low, and off. Now that I pressed and held it for 2 seconds, now it defaults to this main round one, and it goes from turbo, high, medium, low, and it goes red and blue strobe. See, it's funny because now it's going backwards. No, it's not. Never mind. Low, medium, high, red, blue strobe, off. Low, medium, high, red, blue strobe, off. So it appears that you have to cycle through all those modes. So if you want medium here and you're using medium, you have to... No, you can just turn it off. So after you run it for a few seconds, so if you just turn it on and you start clicking through, it'll go through all the different modes. But you don't have to click through all the different modes to turn it off. Once it runs for a minute, then you can just click it off. Push and hold for 2 seconds. Now I'm on the front light again. So that's 100 and 30 and off. 100, 30, and then off. But if I'm on 100 and I'm using the light, I don't click it for a little while. Now I can just click it once and it turns off. This is cool. I'm kind of excited about this. Guys, this is not an expensive light either. Look at how thick it is. You're going to be able to slide this in a shirt pocket and carry it around. It doesn't weigh anything. 1.125 ounces. That's it. And that side light is bright. And it's magnetic. How cool is this? You got a nice thick pocket clip. It's going to carry bezel up. The switch, if you're carrying this in your pocket, I don't think you're going to have any trouble with it turning on in your pocket either. You really have to click. That clicky is well done. It's rubber, and you really have to push it. This is a really neat light. I was going to compare this to like an Arcfeld or the EDC lights, but this is in a different class all on its own just because of the thickness. That's so crazy. It's so light and so thin that you could just have this on you anywhere you want, and then have the option to mount it on something magnetically and project to the front or to the side. This is a neat little light. I don't have any other Klarus lights, but I can say this probably won't be my last. This is very unique. Just like everything else, we're going to take it outside. I don't think that we're going to get any appreciable throw with any of this stuff. But maybe we'll look at it in the dark if we were trying to do something, maybe, you know, carve a stick or work under the hood of a car or something. And we'll evaluate it that way. I'm going to go ahead and bring it to a full charge. And then we'll go out in the darkness and see what we can do. I'm pretty excited about this little light. So the one thing I do have to say about Klarus, when I ordered this, I didn't get any notification that it's shipped or anything. I didn't get much communication from them at all, to the point where I actually checked my bank account to see if money had been withdrawn, and it had. So after a little while, I started to wonder what the heck was happening. So I emailed Klarus, just emailed the number they have on their website, and they got back to me immediately and gave me tracking information. So they kind of messed up at first there, but they definitely came through. And if that's what their customer service is like, then that's great. They got back to me immediately and gave me the tracking number. I knew right where it was and all that kind of stuff. So kudos on good customer service, Klarus. I'm looking forward to getting this outside, so I'm going to get it plugged in, and I'll see you outside. So I thought better about taking this gum light outside. This isn't really something you're going to use outside much, unless it's on your car or whatever. It's more of a small task light to have on you. So I'm just down in the cave. I've got a few things laid out here. I've got a big box that has some odds and ends, cordage and things like that in it. I've got this kilowatt that I haven't unwrapped yet, but it has a lot of the small writing on it. Got a multi-tool and a bit change thing, and I have my titanium cup with a stove. And I was thinking I can make it pretty dark down here, and we'll just use this little gum light to see if we can do all of these little tasks. And that should be a pretty decent test for it. Now, I'm sure you can take this outside and find your way through the woods, but I'm not going to be using this light to do that. I'd rather test it on stuff. I'm going to slip this in a shirt pocket or pants pocket. It's going to carry super good. And I'm going to use it to do small tasks, right in front of me. So I'm going to go and turn out the light, and we'll get started. Okay. So first, this is the forward-facing beam, and that's on its highest setting. So I can actually back that down and read very easily. Let's slide this stuff out of the way here. Then we'll open up this crate. So if I'm looking in here, I got to find something, and I don't know, the power's out, and I have to have some microcord. Well, this little guy lights us up, and this is on low again. All kinds of good odds and ends in here, and I can find them with this little Klarus just fine. So now, as a fairly low power flashlight to do stuff right in front of you, that front part works really good. But what happens if, say I am working under the hood of my car? So in that case, I've got an ammo can here, and what we're going to do is we're going to switch to the side light, and sheet metal ammo can. This will kind of give us an idea of what we're working with. If I want to stick this inside of my car to do some work or whatever, this is what we can expect. Okay, I don't need that. Low, medium, high. So that is a ton of light. Again, I can easily read. I could use a multi-tool, finding the tools inside the multi-tool. This is a very, very wide beam. It would cover a lot of area inside of any workspace. You could use this inside of an electrical cabinet. I don't really think that this is the type of light you're going to take to work, but if you did, you could use this inside of an electrical cabinet or something like that, or under a sink, and really light up your area good. You know, again, if we take out my MSR pocket rocket, if I was backpacking with this, I can easily assemble the stove by the light of the that little Klarus gum light. I have this little icon set, so if I have to get into this, I mean, look, you can easily see all the pieces and everything. If we go, that red and blue flash, I don't see any use for. But if we want to run this is the lowest setting, and I can still see what I'm doing. I can still read. Not a problem. I can still use the multi-tool if I have to. Again, not a problem. So you can, it's nice because you can swivel it. It's magnetic, so you can swivel it around, whatever. Hold it for 2 seconds and it switches back to the front. If you need to get down into something or whatever, again, if I need to look into that box, you can use the side light too, but this way, if you something straight out in front of you, you can just clip it on and it's shooting out the front. So no matter if you stick it on somewhere, you can throw light in pretty much any direction because you can always swivel it around. If you change to the side again, you can go anywhere in the 360 around it, and then just with a hold, if you need to be out here in front, just with a hold 2 seconds and the front light comes on. I think that's an extremely useful little light. Let me go get the lights turned on in here again. So yeah, Klarus E5, they called it a gum light. Very, very neat, very thin light. This thing's great. I think it was like $30. If you're interested, I'll throw link in the description. Take you right to it. All right. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Okay, so I did decide to take the gum light out here. This is the side light. So you can see you could work on a tire. No problem. Yeah, it's super bright. You can easily see your way. This is on the high setting for the side light, that big one. So let's go to the front light. It's interesting that the front light kind of has a different color to it. So there it is on high. Nowhere near as bright, but you could still find your way, like I'm doing, find your way through the woods. Not really comparing this light to anything else because it's going to be tough. It's a lot warmer light that comes off that side. So, yeah, there's your comparison, or at least a test outside in the dark for the gum light. Not really what it's made for, but it's pretty cool. So, I guess just in conclusion, that's the Klarus gum light. I think it's really super cool, and for the money, definitely go out and pick it up. That thing can stash in just about anywhere, and it's really versatile. All right, thanks for watching.